ourselves the Wrongler remnants because we're never really quite whole without Warren. You'll be meeting in a minute, of course. We're joined today by Mick and Tricia. This is Colleen Browne, Bill and Krista Martin. You know, it was a real honor and a privilege for us to be able to spend over 10 years having dinner twice a week at each other's houses, traveling around the country, sometimes in crowded automobiles, more often than not, private luxurious jets, but we like to think of it more as being the life on the road. And as part of the partial truth that Nancy probably had to edit out there, or think about editing out. And, you know, everybody in the San Francisco Bay Area knows about Warren's incredible philanthropy, incredible business acumen, but you have to spend 10 years of your life with him as one of your closest and deepest friends to really understand the depths of his graciousness and his warmth of heart. And with all the mishigas, if you'll pardon the expression, about Warren, including his sometimes famous temper, and wonderful and always appropriate sense of humor, he was just a truly great friend and a gracious human being. And I think we were all very honored to be part of it. I just want to say to Mick and to Tricia, who since Warren's passing have continued to treat the Wronglers as if we're part of the Hellman family. I just want to let you both know how incredibly special that is to us and how much we appreciate it. And what we're going to do now, if we're ready, we may or may not be tuned up, but that's in keeping with what the way Warren would have it. I found out once, by the way, I think John is here, that I used to always tell Warren, I think we need to tune up a little bit more. And then I later found out that he always complained that I always try to get him in tune. One last thing, by the way, I understand that people are sitting, one is the good side of Warren's list. I'm just not sure which is which. Anyway, this is a song that was written by Warren with Colleen Browne. Colleen, I don't know if you want to say a word about it. But we will say that, just to introduce it, that it's the last song that Warren ever wrote, and it's the last song the Wronglers ever played with Warren, maybe 2 or 3 days before his passing in his hospital. But maybe you could say
it's called the Big Twang Theory, and it was an idea that he had. He was just delighted by just those words together, and he started working on it, and I was always slow to, finish things. And so we actually started really working on this when I was in Morocco, and we would email each other all the time. He would make suggestions for verses, and I would say, that would be a good chorus, and he'd be saying, oh great, that would work. And so we really started it that way, and we literally finished it right at the very end, and he was so delighted with it. And as a matter of fact, the first time we performed it was for a meeting with the palliative care people, and he had just met with them and learned his fate and how long he probably had to live. And he decided to call us all back in, and he said, we have to play that song for them. And so that was his gift back to them, because that's just how he was. And we went home and had one more rehearsal, and did this and a few other songs, and that was that. So this is a Big Twang Theory, and Mick and Tricia are going to join us here. And here we go. We were drifting in eternal darkness, free from joy and pain, when someone plucked the banjo and the verse began. And single noted, amplified, and sparkling form of sun, from which burst forth the planets, one by one by one. Bigger one thing that's for certain, it's been a magic